Memphis Grizzlies are on a roll right now. They are currently second in the Western Conference. I've been a fan of their deep roster for a while now, but the duo of Morant and Jaren Jackson Jr. is dominating. When they are on the court, it's scary. Over the weekend against the defending champions, they put on a show and completely took over the game for the win. And the funny thing about Ja is recently he said he's going to try not to dunk anymore to avoid injury. And in the first half, he had a wide open dunk and he just laid it in. And I was like, oh, he's not lying. And then in the second half, he has the greatest in-game dunk I have ever seen. Little ball fake, shifts Derek White just enough. Now he's accelerating past him. It's Ja versus Kristaps. He goes up sideways. And look at where the contest of White and Porzingis are. Ja perfectly avoided them. And that is a dunk contest sort of dunk. And my goodness, he's a blur downhill. It's impossible for defenses to stop him. Among guards, he's fourth in the entire NBA with 11.1 points in the paint per game. He's also number 10 in transition points per game with 4. He's shooting 70% at the rim as a 6'2" guard. To put that in perspective, he's not far away from a 7-foot freak of nature, Giannis, who's shooting 75% at the rim, only 5% better. And then going back to the Boston game, this play had my jaw dropping. In transition versus Jrue Holiday, nifty crossover gets him the edge on him. Now he's going up against 7'2" center. He just hangs in the air. And notice his body is straight right now. Then he bends backwards because he knows that's the only way he's getting it over the shot blocker. Such a high IQ around the rim with great floater ability. And now let's appreciate the speed in transition. 24 seconds on the shot clock. He's at the basket, ready to finish with 21 seconds left. That's 3 seconds. It took him to get there. I'm telling you, he's up there for the most entertaining watch in the league currently. On top of all of this, he's one of the best playmakers in the league, consistently creating easy opportunities for his teammates at an elite level. 8.5 assists per game. He's also ranked number 8 in the NBA with 14.3 potential assists per game. Bottom line is healthy Ja Morant has a borderline MVP type of impact. Going on to Jaren Jackson Jr., currently one of the most underrated players in the league. He needs to be an all-star. It's that simple. 21.9 points, 5.8 rebounds, along with 1.4 steals, 1.8 blocks per game. He's pretty much played in every single game this year. Also, a career low in fouls per game, 3.3, which has been an issue for him in the past. He's also been the closer for the Memphis Grizzlies. His improvement as an ISO scorer from the beginning of his career to where he is now is so impressive, and he deserves a lot of credit for that. This season, he's averaging 7 points per game in the fourth quarter, and that easily leads the team. And he's shooting 60% from the field and 37% from three. And against the Celtics, he had 14 points in the fourth quarter, crucial clutch buckets, and a lot of them were just one-on-one type of stuff. Down by 3 points, he goes at their center, he gets the better of him. Now they're up by 1 point, and look at his versatility. They like this matchup, so they say bring it up the floor like a point guard. I mean, come on now. Spread the floor and go at him in the ISO situation. The Grizzlies are up by 3 points then, and he sees Luke Cornett disrespecting his pull-up three-point shot. And it's good, completely swinging the momentum. Now they're up by 4 points. They put Jaylen Brown on him, so he knows I can get my floater over him whenever I please. And honestly, his left-hand floater feels like it's his strong hand. It's that reliable. Still up by 4 points, though. He just makes Porzingis look silly on this ISO, this time with the right-hand floater. And look at the pressure from Jaylen Brown. You would think that would have a 7-footer perplexed and confused. Not Jaren Jackson, because this dude's handle is beautiful. You got to appreciate it at that size. It allows him to get to his spot. And once again, he goes with the floater. He did all of that offensively. And then defensively, they're up by 7 points. He comes over to deny Tatum at the rim. And that stop really felt like the dagger What a takeover from Jaren Jackson Jr. And something that's very impressive to me is if you look at his shooting splits, he's pretty much efficient from everywhere on the court. So the 2-point region, he's shooting 60%. That's a career high. And then 0 to 3 from the basket, 72%. And then 3 to 10 feet, 55%. That's his floater region. And then, of course, we go to the 3-point region where he's shooting 35%. Pretty good. And it's actually a decent volume as well. 5.2 3-pointers attempted. 35% from 3 would tie his career high if he were to keep this up. And in the last 10 games, the Memphis Grizzlies have really found their stride. They are ranked number 3 in offensive rating and number 7 in defensive rating, ranking 2nd in net rating. And a lot has to do with this duo. This is the engine that allows them to be real contenders. Hopefully the basketball gods actually keep them healthy, because after what the Grizzlies went through last season, they deserve it.